applause. Let's welcome lawyer Sammy Gyemfi.
Water, poor roads, youth unemployment, and weak local economies remain the daily reality of too many mining communities in our country. This is the reason why the visionary John Dramani Mahama established the Ghana Gold Board. Ghana needed a new approach to managing one of its most strategic natural resources, an approach that retains more value locally, strengthens reserves, supports responsible downstream industries, and helps formalize a productive artisanal and small-scale mining sector. Gold Board's mandate is therefore not merely to trade gold. It is to help ensure that every ounce of gold produced in Ghana creates greater value for Ghana.
By the fund's own numbers, the Bank of Ghana's equity stood at negative 93.8 billion cedis at the end of last year, negative 6.7% of GDP. Our central bank is technically bankrupt, therefore, and the single biggest driver of that collapse in the 2025 was gold operations, Gold Board. Gold Board's own domain, 22 billion cedis. That's equivalent of the 1.7 billion US dollars in 1 year alone. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let's call it what it is. These losses are not bad luck. You don't trade in gold and make losses. They are not a difficult market. They expose the crass incompetence of Gold Board's management and misaligned policy of the government. No serious institution loses this much money by accident. This is what happens when an untouchable few are handed the nation's gold with no one watching and no one willing to ask questions. Ghanaians have already sacrificed much to keep this economy standing. We tighten our belt for the sake of stability. That is why it is so painful to watch this scheme quietly give away sums that will make any right-thinking citizens weep. We did not endure hardship so that billions could vanish into unexplained spread and unnamed off-takers. Let us be honest about what $1.7 billion actually means. It is hospitals that will not be built. It is needless maternal death that would not be prevented because the theaters, the blood banks, and the trained hands that could have saved a mother in labor were never funded. It is schools that will not be built. It is poor roads that will not be constructed. Roads that claim life every week. It is water treatment facilities that will not be constructed, even as our people's water is poisoned by galamsey this government has failed to control. Every one of these is Ghanaian life diminished by a loss that does not have to happen. Obi akoye adwuma mpo baby na sende iyokofo tata no iyokofo tata binum Attorney General ye press conference osio obi mpo oye ayaban adwuma eka 5 million cedis, 3 million cedis, 10 million cedis yetum frɛ wo iyoko na wakoda ho na yesi fa ejapade a asumbo for branch amobile na ne go bo for bill de abeye hu ti o me ba o we de sa 22 billion losses here almost Gold Board aboke and then who bill ezika ben na ye de bedi bill oh we as said ye tie yes wo wi ofon sa na wa hwe won sa we as aye wo no se tumi ba won sem na se wo de tata obi a hwe niye NDC for nam MPP for Bokrono, MPP for Bokrono, MPP for to say, MPP for to say. Gold kaka munkotono, gold, munkoton gold. Munkoboka 22 billion cedis. Afibako. Ya kan ya no mu fizo mu didi atemo a. Na ya bohu. Na mu di eti ebubom.
Etoto you go. No ne Bank of Ghana lazy no mo ton maye. Obi ani ho. En sa beze bi mpre aduasa. Se o papa Afenyo-Markin efri ha sei e na eba. Se kuku wo ho a omfa documents na me de man into screen so. Nkomo yese ni atiefo ni se be ya ene no. Enye se ye tie gold board. Enye se MPP amanyo ko ni si gold board so. For IMF documents no to so mame. Good. Atiefo ni ahwefo hwe ya. Document we the IMF country report on Ghana on our economy. Libya. Papa Afenyo-Markin working in and say, or see gold board is what? A scandal in which I didn't hear Kasa. On the 28th day of December 2028, who come documents in Nasosa, Ubetimako side by side. On the 28th day of 2025, Libya, any deba two jase. Ya deba two jase. And Shemua, Dom Kumano, Papa Afenyo di any more parliament, NPP, Mrasebega form. I and Shemua said no. Gold board na aboka in excess of $214 million. A katam. Hey, na Libya sabi impreduasa. Ye to sika boka. Ye to sika boka. Enumwa na Papa Sammy Gyemfi di America buy. Beka kire yen, wo de o mani ngese ya mame, o mani ngese ya. O beka kire ye say, "Oh, ayentro ye MPP for no, na ye nyanya bibia wo mo ho, na ye pese ye de bone srasra wo ho." Ntenye no kra. Nemum gold board enyam faso Ghana sika $600 million. These are on record. Evangelist ya, he's part of the board. He knows some of these narrative. Emma civil society organizations nibi te se Bryce Momo enyina do mo no betum se ade IMF kan yi de enukre o mu ni se the government of Ghana Emma IMF data bia omuma IMF ya wo say this data you cannot share.
Government of Ghana information be my IMF
IMF assign what we call PCI, policy coordination instrument.
Yes.
And that PCI allows, they have planned it long time. Say me free IMF engagement, yes. But still I mean to talk economy into share chire mami.
But abina na dey policies beba.
Share chire mami them as part of alignment of the IMF here. It's on record. Who are for the next documents, so Bryce Simon documents, and the factors na mentioned there. This is coming from Bryce Simons, one of the foremost
vice president of Imani.
And according to the arrangement between the government of Ghana and IMF, set data on a year for internal consumption between Ghana, the government of Ghana, and IMF. And then yes, first time IMF make those arrangements because CBS also cry about the Janoboa. And you see, when claims way by
is it this one?
Yes. First second line now. Okay. Or say the last paragraph. Or say the reason why IMF has become sacrosanct in these matters is that some governments, such as the government of Ghana, share data with them that they will never share with any other institution in their own country. Then Safan call the old documents. Into then and after IMF, and the battle just said 214. You hear me use Bank of Ghana losses, gold board. Okay, you beka wa. So $240 million. I katam. Papa Sammy Gyemfi na pound for. You find say, "Ehunu bi enim so mo boss akam." You beka hey, just a gold board. The month 1 years gold board so. Sabi on mine na ye cheche. Dear pan na ye free. Papa Sammy Gyemfi gold board. Nemo you person chance say ma won hwe on found some more man sika mu so man sika. Omo di America be press release say omo nyam faso am omo $600 million me bo omo share. Eni this is IMF 2026 Ghana's report. So ultimately zumuni kakra bi mamia. O de me was sample ha mane na so sa na tie phone follow. Per the report. O kan report na. And then tie for be yen kire because Some footwear in this amount you go to Ghana in respect to gold board. Aye ye adeng. Hey, abaya nyamfie mienu na wontum Ghana Japadeze. Nanti evangelist and evangelist take catch me say 2020 to ombeba na hoye me nwanwan. Omba to aso omno hoye me nwanwan. Okay kan or say this selected preamble na also. Or say this selected issue paper addresses the legacy of the Bank of Ghana domestic gold purchase program, which was announced in 2021 and mostly phased out by the end of June 2026. This paper examines how the domestic gold purchase program was instrumental in exporting 10.9 billion, that is 9.5% of GDP, in artisanal gold in 2025. Entienne asemuya Papa Duncan Williams kase ahohobi she galamse che ne galamse intimi nkwase because it is raking in more to gold ball. And then on record, the same document. Offer documents now. What the document is saying is say, if we say, Odoma kuma ba dear ball my Ghana. Na ye gitum say companies akese mining companies akese only to found sikakoko my eno. Te say Newmont I have Kenya as the partner to gold do mamu almost to 10 million ounces of gold. After some to 10 million ounces of gold, any amino can say artisanal small scale na aya no gadam say aya na taren. And no mabe pa sa ounces you won
Newmont for na dwuma my yen.
Omapa omo. This is according to the IMF 2026 report. And no what was what? Or say the rapid expansion of the domestic gold purchase program coincided and arguably contributed to a remarkable macro stability. But also large losses. $1.7 billion. Yeah, cried initially in the name of Bank of Ghana losses 214. A IMF report, IMF and NDC are coordinating through policy coordination instruments there. Yenti mean chere or mine, they are not fafa. Na catch the Ghana for say you bit mash economy so. Yeah, share economy so Ghana for whom. The best and can Ghana for whom. Nene they assess maybe ye niema menu baby see aba chire hwe. Na so kwan NDC do mine fa so no de na ye papa. Eni ye ka so 214 million a can and then she more say borosa and then can say $1.7 billion and then the papa Afenyo say adia momo call value mo call mandate papa yi menya panyeti is part of the board the call mandate near transparency so be man hunumu eniema gold board ye hu so esumbi ene katasumu mu aso baby esa say every assets no kofa papa bawa rugby monopoly kwanya modality e de select no so ondane da ase ya no obi anim eno ase kofa no besim ta enti ene kwanya ye trosika boka no ye dwene ho ayente ase mu ma hunu mu ne pepepe ye bi ne hye mu bi ntodwa mu mane ma eno nti na papa Afenyo kasa ena me no kasa yi kritika twitwiri di a eko kritika twitwiri di it is also nsem ya papa Afenyo kanya it has connotation or link with Papa Duncan Williams nsem na me de mesre papa e bi o Kristo ni mapa you know who say maburu ni bi pro papa widiem for in some work I will not sit on platform and the oil me de me Kristo sem de me no so okona ze bibi no oil no ni nyankopon ntamasem but I will tell papa say mesre baby eduru nya mpa ebo asem baby eduru no say IMF anase o man no nyina no ye be hye gold board no biebie wo mo operations mo to na esum ni katahye bi ni ehumumu bi nim and the Bank of Ghana ese woni gold board ni sa adwuma de ni biem so ya we say on koye sa pre finance program ni biem because omanu and this was captured in their media budget review. It was captured. Bank of Ghana. Me no me pasa me kotima me evangelist.
Now this
it was captured. Me was almost no wa. Confession back where by and say funding of gold board was inappropriate. Bank of Ghana governor, and this was part of the media and we confession from their own media budget review. Say Bank of Ghana onko check it papa on more me budget review and no finance minister de etuja say inappropriate. Ka ababeto man so na nka se be yeto gold boka mate yeto gold boka
me da say your friend Ogabi Chire Junior